Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, fellow prospectors. Enjoying the cold and snow today. We are going to check out a new creek, see if we can find any gold. Reportedly there's gold in the area. I guess that's reported by me because we found gold. But let's prospect, see if we can find some gold today. Noticing a few mineralized rocks on the way to the creek. Might recognize this, also on the way to where we're going. You can see solid masses of pyrite and gossinous rock. Basically, any of this gray here you see is all solid masses of iron pyrite. A few nice samples. Thought we'd just pick up while we're here. So you can see fine-grained pyrite here. Got coarser stuff here. These are pretty nice samples, so we'll just take these with us. Another deposit of ours that you may notice. Coming up on the creek pretty quickly. Quite a bit of bedrock here. This is probably a good place to start with our test panning. A lot of deep little cracks with material in them. We chipped off a few of these rocks and you can see oxidization and what looks like very fine specks of iron pyrite. This rock is pretty epidotized. Looks sort of like some kind of altered volcanic rock. You have tiny little stringers here. You got epidotized quartz carbonate, which comes from hydrothermal activity. So we're gonna pull some material from here. We're gonna do a test pan. If it's got anything in it, we'll do another one, show you guys. So, first two pans, couple specks in the first one, 4 specks in the second pan and a little bit of a flake, small flake. So we went deeper in crevice. We'll see. Seems like a lot of these rocks are pyritized. Gold often follows mineralization. So there's some black sands in here, but there's also sulfides. And I see a couple pieces of gold. There we go. That is the best pan we've got so far. We've got about 10 colors in there. They're pretty small, but gold's still gold. Small side creek. Did a test pan there. Didn't see much. We're gonna head up the creek a bit and see if we can find something a bit better. Okay, so we have what looks like a bit of a canyon up there and some rapids, so we're gonna head up there. Really clear looking water. All the rocks along here, the bedrock, really oxidized. That's a good sign. Don't fall. So we're gonna poke around here a bit. Maybe clean out a big crevice like this. See if we can find anything. I bet you anything, the best gold's probably somewhere down in here. So that's about 10, maybe 12 feet to the bottom. Sort of steps up over here. So some of the good spots we want to get to in test pan, going to be a little difficult, but we thought this would be a perfect one. It's running horizontally through the creek. You can see there's a buildup of material. Looks like this crevice goes in fairly deep, and it's right behind 2 giant exposures of rock. So we'll see. Then maybe we'll try one like down in here or something like that. A lot of the rocks here are heavily chloritized, and they have angular fragments that are super oxidized. Little bits of pyrite all throughout them. Not seeing too much of anything in here. See some sulfides in there. Three specks of gold. 1, 2, 3. So the snow is really starting to pick up now. We're going to do one last pan because the road is a bit dicey. We don't want to get stuck in the snow. All right. Quite a bit of black sands and sulfides in this one. Oh, there you go. That's a nice line of gold. I would say that's the best one we've gotten today. Good 20 colors in there. Alright, so we gotta head out now. Snow's taking over. So that last pan came from in this crevice here. So we'll have to come back and work that sometime when weather's a little bit better. Now it's time for the journey back. We pulled a sample from here, just a chip underneath the water, and you had little bits of disseminated pyrite, which is most likely what's causing your oxidization in these rocks along here. So something to chase and explore further when we have a chance. And you thought that was a better way across the creek. So apparently you can see rusty rocks all over this side over here, and there's some exposed subcrop right there which has disseminated mineral. My prospecting partner's up the creek to see if he can see any more, and I am headed up the side creek back to the road and vehicle. Home free.